so often we live our lives in that 35 to 80% of our potential zone, thinking that that is what we're capable of. But what we're talking about is getting up into the 100% zone and then down into the 10% zone. Peak performance, deep rest, peak performance, deep rest. And there's so much information out there about how to do that, and biohacking, and all the democratization of information is amazing. Although, of course, there's also misinformation that accompanies that. So how do we navigate that and find the best evidence for excellence? What are you seeing as some of the coolest, best evidences for how we can achieve excellence?
I love that word, democratization of information. It's everywhere. I always say the democracy of the day. You've got 24 hours.
Right.
And we all do. But being very, very mindful of which data supports you.
Right.
And I think that that's hard for a lot of people. It's hard for me sometimes. I see all the amazing things that people are doing. I'm like, oh, I should be doing that. Should I change this? So-and-so said that. And then I start finding myself more and more distant from what my truth is. Having worked with a lot of amazing people, and I look at you as one of those amazing people, Greg, you and I know this to the core of our being. How do we find what really is our own sacred sauce? Our sacred sauce. The thing that you go, this information is aligned with who I am. This is my truth. Not all these things that say you can do all these other things and you're going, well, that's not really what I'm looking for, even though it sounds really cool. Are you heroic enough just to look and going, this is who I am as a person. These are the things I would love to be better at. This is the trauma I'm healing. And this is the vision of who I'd love to become. Start there. And then only put in what aligns with your truth.
Right.
You're going to find there's only probably a handful of things.
Yeah.
And when I'm learning, I've got like 3 or 4 things that are absolutes for me. And I leave a couple things that are going to be new and I'll be learning about, hopefully, if they seem to be aligned. But man, there was a time in my life I had 37 things I thought I should be doing.
Right.
And I always disappointed myself. I never got them done. And I was like, oh, you're not supposed to get 37 things done. Why don't you get one thing done?
Yeah.
And then maybe 2 things will happen. And maybe that 3rd thing comes in eventually. But for goodness sakes, let go of trying to do everything and be everything.
What's one thing to do in the morning?
The first thing I do every morning is I do prayer, I chant. I know, chanting is a little weird. But there's a lot of vagal tone information on that. Beautiful vagal tone and opportunities to get your vagus nerve engaged through chanting or humming or singing or praying. So I breathe, I chant, and I pray out loud. That's the first 3 things I do.
Okay.
And people are like, well, what about the cold plunge? What about the lifting weights? That comes after.
Okay.
But until I have heart coherence,
right,
I have nothing.
So you don't grab your phone first thing and check your
No, thank God. And I know that's a hard one, right?
Yeah.
Human doing is right next to you, usually within arm's reach.
Yeah.
But if you have it at least a couple more feet away, you're going to go, oh, wait a second. I can go here.
Right.
I can't go there because I can't actually reach it. But I can reach here really easily.
Yeah.
Start here and watch the heart coherence happen. Watch the oxytocin levels rise. Watch the self-compassion arise. And I think for a lot of people who are driven by excellence, and you know we're talking this morning about evidence-based excellence, don't discount how much good information isn't about these peak experiences that are aligned with kicking your own ass physically or having all these gizmos and technologies from a hacking side of things. But what about the pharmacy that you have inside of you and getting spiritually connected to that pharmacy by doing simple things that are innate, that are how you came into this world, that you can take full advantage of all day, every day, and don't be surprised how you go, man, when I wasn't reaching outside of myself for the thing I thought I needed to do, but I started within myself, everything I needed was there.
So we're looking, often in our world, we have our phones and all of the information, we're looking outside. But you're advocating that we actually look inside, and you start with the inside.
Yeah.
And then you can move into your day in the best possible way.
I think so. I think
That's radical. That's like a revolution. craziness.
It's almost
what are you talking about?
It's almost heresy.
Yeah.
It's pushing up against heresy.
People deleting this podcast.
Right. Look, I will never watch that again. I don't want to go inside.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's not for the faint of heart, is it? To start inside. And I think that's really why I love what you do in the world, because you are a world-class scientist who has this covert spiritual mission. I know you do. And I love that about
It's
you.
a spiritual mission wrapped up in a whole bunch of like physiology.
Exactly.
Basically. Yeah.
But the essence of who you are is helping people to really, really fall in love with themselves as the ultimate force multiplier. And then bring all the other awesomeness that comes in science. And then you put those two worlds together, the nexus point being a life really well lived.
So you're using yourself as a laboratory, testing what works for you, thinking about your mindset, your health set, your soul set, and then building practices that enable you to cultivate that against the lighting of practicing love of yourself and the people who matter to you.
Yeah, because oxytocin, if you start with oxytocin, we talk a lot about how do you kind of help mitigate inflammation and how do you help to heal the body, how do you help to heal your mind.
Yeah.
Oxytocin is one of the most wonderful, love-based anti-inflammatories. So when you start inside and you're building self-compassion and self-acceptance and self-love, it is allowing the foundation, the playing field, for you to be playing at physiologically and performing at your best. It is almost like done.
Yeah.
You have a foundation that is unshakable, literally unshakable.
Right. How do we close out our day? As we close out this interview, how do we close out our day? Create the beautiful bookends for our days.
Can I take you through my clothes?
Let's do it.
Well, you've been at my house. You know my clothes. So you don't know my clothes. Here's my clothes. 4 o'clock, I'm done every afternoon.
Wow.
Yep. It's religious.
Okay.
4 o'clock, I am done. The computer shut down. The phone is put away. And for the next 4 hours, I am working on landing. So between 4 and 5, it's a combination of a brief cold plunge, not a long one, because I don't want to get stimulated, but it's a way I kind of shake off the day.
Okay.
I move from that into red light, from there into sauna. And then from there, I go into a prayer practice, which is finished at the top of the hour with something called self-recognition. Self-recognition is absolutely my favorite practice. It's different than gratitude.
Yeah.
It actually has me mindfully looking back at the day and saying, man, you did this so well. Good for you.
Right.
Listing all the things that I did well. So self-efficacy is what I'm ending my day under the influence of.
Right.
I'm enough. I did so many incredible things. I'm really proud of myself.
Right.
That's my first hour. Second hour is right into food preparation.
Right.
I try to be done with food by 5:30 because I really want to have at least 12 to 14 hours before I eat again. And I also find that if I'm eating at 6:30 or 7, I don't sleep as well.
Right.
So I'm trying to be done by 5:30. Always just a combination of really cool, lean proteins, just enough veggies, not too much fiber, and the right complex carbohydrates and more of a starchy experience so I can get enough tryptophan to help my brain go, exhale. Right? Get that manufacturing of serotonin to move into melatonin, which takes a combination of lean proteins and good complex carbs. So that's my 5 to 6 window. 6 to 7, and this is going to be a thing you're going to go, whoa, wait a second, you can't do that. My wife and I watch Jeopardy. It's ritual for us.
So cool.
But we put on our dark glasses.
Yeah.
We're a couple of nerds. We get our dark glasses on. We're taking Jeopardy in. It's good for our brain. It's great to see whether or not we can buzz in before the people buzz in. And it's good brain work, and it's really kind of fun too. 6:30, that's over. We take a second walk with our dogs. 20 to 30 minutes, slow. This is not interval walking.
Right.
This is slow. Dogs are peeing. Dogs are smelling stuff. We're just moving slow. 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock is meditation, yoga nidra. In particular, yoga nidra to help with the sleep. I read 1 or 2 pages of Yogananda's autobiography of a yogi, and I'm usually lights out by 7:45, 8 o'clock. That's my 4 hours of finishing my day. I
absolutely love it. And I love that you finished with like self-recognition. I'm just going to stop here and recognize that sounds magical. I've still got 2 kids and I'm a limo driver currently in my life. So I look forward, I'm going to miss them a lot, but when they do, I'm going to definitely be able to do a little bit more of that. But you know what's really curious is when you have routines and rituals that help you to calm down, it helps the family to calm down, it helps Adam to get to bed, it helps Ingrid to decompress, it helps Judith to settle in. Like I joke that we're busy, we are busy, but we do a lot of this. So I just want to recognize you, Dr. James Rouse, for the incredible work that you do in the world, the massive positive influence that you have had on my life, the life of my family and my children. I'm deeply grateful for all of this, and I cannot wait to continue to do great things with you in the world. Thank you so much for spending your time here with us today.